Let's see. Is this working, Facebook?
Yeah, I don't.
Be working, Facebook. Don't unscrew us on this one.
Is Pete Wentz the one that like had his dick on the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He like quit the band for like a day.
And he was like, "Oh no." Is he the one that
Also, Sunday show is live now.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just got the notification on my Apple Watch. I'm so sick.
Apple Watch.
Yo, guys, we're now live on Facebook with our boy J Bob, Justin Bobby here.
Hey.
Yeah.
We had some problems with it, but I think we're good now. You will probably see a video and audio delay compared to the real time.
Yeah.
But that's not something we could do. So fix.
Unfortunately.
So
Oh, so it's like a really
put up with us.
terrible like movie with
Yeah,
like
there's a
doesn't
lag.
line up.
There's a
Nice.
lag, but is
One
how
of
it
those
is.
awful '80s kung fu
It'll
movies.
it'll catch up.
Connor loves those movies.
What, the 80s kung fu movies?
Yeah, where like the lips don't match the English.
Oh,
Speaking,
it's
like, oh my
it's
gosh.
perfect.
And
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah, like and like the voices are clearly not matched up.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do any type of like
Like, they
pre-work with the
should- they
dubbing.
should- that would be a good thing to like a fun thing to dub one of those movies like over, but like with like well-known voice actors.
I have a capture card. I feel like
Yeah.
I can just record like Enter the Dragon or Big Boss, and we can just voice over it ourselves.
That would be fun.
You should do it.
I feel like
Yeah.
that'd be a fun time.
But like we make like funny voices.
You'd have to, yeah,
We know what we should do. We should all do an Evan impression,
yeah, like.
and just like, but if we're each play one character.
Thick kick.
Oh, that kicked me. That kick in the balls really hurt me.
Yeah, like I'm going to meth you up. Yeah.
I'd
Exactly.
rather not be Evan. No offense, Evan, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, today we decided, kind of randomly, just to do a live stream. We ran a Twitter poll the other day, and the options were live stream Q&A, and then our friend Bill Pivots suggested to do a live podcast, and you know what? That's what we're doing.
Where are you, Bill? Where are you?
Yeah. Where are you, Bill?
Kid with the ideas but doesn't show up. Whatever, man.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Forget Bill. No, I'm just kidding, Bill. We love you.
Are we
I don't.
record? Are we just recording this live, or are we doing like GarageBand too, like Podbean upload, or no?
I should have started that. Yeah, we're just like having problems. Hold on. But you guys can keep talking.
And while we're waiting, here's this dancing monkey. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually,
Yeah.
while Pat's doing that, we did it on YouTube before, but Justin, what?
Yes.
It's been a while since you've been on, so thank you for coming on.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah,
That is a good song.
it is.
Do you know every lyric, like every
Nah, I
word?
just know that part.
Yeah, that's all. I think that's all
like-
everybody knows.
It's like, I don't like. Come on.
All right, so I want off the top of your head.
Uh-huh.
So this is so I want you. This is gonna be a quick answer, quick question.
Yes.
Top 5 films you're most excited for this year.
Ooh, good one. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 1.
Is this in like numerical order?
No, it's just what I'm thinking
yeah.
off the top of my head. Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok,
Mhm.
obviously Star Wars, duh, and I mean, actually Dunkirk, the Christopher
Dunkirk.
Nolan movie.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Honestly, most of them are superhero movies because I'm a nerd, but like whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of like my list too.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't really have any.
It's like honestly, if it seems good, I'll go see it. But,
Connor, we're excited for it.
Oh yeah, actually, I'm more excited for it than I am Dunkirk.
oh right,
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah, you guys are horror movie guys. I'm like,
You're afraid.
I am.
Yeah,
I don't like horror movies. I'm a wimp. What can I say?
and it's on Facebook Live right now. So Nick Snyder's afraid of clowns.
You know what? He's afraid of a lot of things. I mean, he is a clown, so I mean, it's kind of ironic if he is afraid of clowns.
Hey, Ryan, you
And-
suck on ice, boy.
Yeah, thanks for saying that, Ryan.
Yeah.
So he's actually going to do the review with us.
Ooh, Nick Snyder.
Nick Snyder.
He's gonna do really.
Yeah. So because I convinced him to do it because
Because he's actually afraid of clowns.
he's like afraid of clowns.
That's a known. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
really doesn't.
Yeah,
like,
he's a baby.
I had Killer.
Wow.
Did you ever see Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
No,
It's an,
I haven't
it's an
seen
80s
that
classic movie.
It's a horrible movie.
It's horribly good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, It's about. It's actually the title is actually what the movie's
Ryan
about.
said,
sure.
they say the camera adds 10 pounds, but Jesus, Connor. Thank you, Oleski. I'm glad you like my mustache. You should tell my girlfriend she needs to start appreciating it.
Yeah, I think she definitely does need to start
Yeah.
appreciating it. Nobody
man.
appreciates Pat's mustache more than Cass.
Yeah, Cass doesn't like a good mustache. That's for sure.
I mean, mustaches are sick.
Mustaches
Especially
are
mine.
in. Actually, you know what? A quick thing is like, speaking of Snyder, he's debating on shaving his whole beard off. He was telling me the other day, and he wants to just go straight mustache. What do you think?
I think he should try it out.
I think he should.
Because,
yeah.
like, what's the worst that happens? That you
I
don't
mean,
have a beard,
it's-
and then you just grow it back.
Yeah, seriously. I mean,
Oleski
anything,
says,
it's
hey,
gonna
J
improve.
Bob.
oh hey Chris, how you doing?
So I figured that I'm not going to record this on GarageBand. I will just rip the MP3 file from the video because I don't want my computer's RAM to get taken up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it allows us to focus more on these lovely people on Facebook.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend
not-
just joined.
Oh hey Becca.
Becca,
Becca.
I don't know if you can see the comments, but Chris Oleski said my mustache is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Becca, you shouldn't complain about Pat's mustache.
Seriously. Come on. But
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, thank you, Justin,
Yeah,
for being
glad to
on
be
here.
Yeah.
And for those of you watching, hey, you know what you should do? Just share this. Tell all these people to come on Facebook Live and join with us.
Yeah.
And Becca just put a mad reaction to the mustache comment.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, nothing wrong with
And
it.
Ryan wants to know, when is the scoop with Zoop?
The Scoop with Zoop is
On AwesomeSundayShow.com.
Yeah, it's on AwesomeSundayShow.com. But should we make the announcement? Should we, or should it be a surprise
Of
when the Guardians review?
no, Zupan's going to be on the Guardians
Yeah.
review this coming week.
So Zupan, he's been wanting to come on for a very long time. He's coming on the Guardians of the Galaxy review.
It'll
with
be
us.
up a week from today.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for
And it will
you,
be a
Zoop.
spoiler episode, so
Yeah.
see it. Well,
I think I'm gonna write the,
Justin's going to write up a spoiler-free
spoiler-free.
review
Yep.
for AwesomeSundayShow.com.
Yes. Whoop whoop. Putting that college education to work.
Yeah, you are a teacher, so your
Yeah.
English is very well.
Yeah. I
You see what I
It's
did there?
very well.
yeah. But yeah, excited for that movie. Excited for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I mean,
All right, I think we should start the episode.
You want to? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
ask questions.
Yeah,
Come on, ask
so-
questions.
I'm a big Seinfeld fan, and I love the show, and what I really appreciate about it, and
Hi,
also
Christina. Hi, Shayna.
they just joined. Oh, hey,
What's up, guys?
Hey.
yeah. So Seinfeld's one of my favorite shows. It's one of the greatest shows of all time.
Oh,
Is
and
it?
fucking Frank is
Classic.
in this now.
And Frank, I think isn't Frank a big Seinfeld fan?
Frank, are you a big Seinfeld fan?
Let us know in the comments, Frank.
Which Frank?
De Palma.
Yo, what up, man?
Wow, which Frank? You were in a band
Hi,
with him.
Daria.
I know I was in a band with him, but there's 100 Franks in that, like in this.
You don't
Oh,
have
man.
that many friends, though.
God.
You have us.
Yeah, you're
All right,
You're right.
on with the episode. Seinfeld,
Yeah, Seinfeld.
one of my favorite shows ever.
Yes.
One of the greatest sitcoms of all time,
If not the greatest.
if not the greatest. Jerry Seinfeld, very successful stand-up comedian, one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time.
Classic, dude.
He has a bigger net worth than Tim Cook, I believe, who is the CEO of Apple.
serious?
I'm pretty sure it's like the numbers are like pretty close, if not Jerry Seinfeld's richer. Pat, look that up to
I'm
fact
gonna
check
look it up
me.
right now.
Yeah, fact check me there.
Fact check it.
Hold on. Is that good now?
Can you hear me?
Can you
Good
hear
now?
me now?
Good now? Sorry for the technical issues, but that's a problem with live streaming, I guess.
Damn. Come on, Facebook. Come on, Mark Zuckerberg.
It's
Okay,
back.
thank you.
All right, it's back.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for the heads
Zuckerberg.
up. Sorry about that.
Pat, come on, man.
Jeez.
Sorry, we have live streaming issues. It's not my fault. Facebook sucks balls.
Back to the episode.
Yes.
All right.
Seinfeld
Seinfeld
is
is it a show?
You're right, Oleski. J. Bob did break it.
Yeah.
If you guys want to ask any questions or leave comments like some of these guys are doing at any point, do it, and we'll address it. And Connor's stupid voice screwed up the audio. You are right, Ryan. Connor screws up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Seinfeld, is it really a show about nothing, or is it a show about how a stand-up gets his material?
Honestly, that is a very good question. I always thought it was a show about nothing.
That's what everyone
I
says.
thought,
Well, that's
yeah.
the pitch of it.
Right. But I guess the genius behind it is the fact that,
'Cause
like you were presenting,
There's no singular plot point. Like you know, How I Met Your Mother is a show about. It's about a group of friends, but then it's about how it's a dad telling his kids a story about how he met their mother. But then with Seinfeld, it's really just four random friends in New York City that just get into some shenanigans over usual unfortunate circumstances.
of course.
That usually for the 99% of the time result in something very humorous
Always.
for the audience. But the show always
Wow,
starts.
Oleski has never seen Seinfeld and never will.
So
Looks terrible. Oleski, you are missing out, bro.
Why are you here, man? Why are you here?
yeah.
What's up, Christian?
So
You just joined.
with Seinfeld, it always starts with Jerry doing a stand-up act, and it ends with a stand-up act, and it kind of somewhat relates to the episode. What happens?
Right.
Ryan, Big Bang Theory is Connor's favorite show.
No, it's not. It's Pat's favorite show. Actually, it's
Justin's
Delia's favorite show.
Bing Bang Theory is awful.
Bing Bang.
Bing Bang. Sorry. Big
I thought you were
Bang.
about to say it was great.
Bing
and I was
bong.
gonna be-
Yeah. So
It's all right.
I always wanted to make the argument is like, do you really think it's a show about? And we'll talk about Seinfeld in some of our
Right,
favorite
right,
episodes
right.
and moments. But I think it's the latter. For me, I would being a big fan is it's clearly a show about how a stand-up gets his material, because usually with Jerry Seinfeld, he's very it's very common situations that he makes fun of. My favorite Seinfeld stand-up joke of all time is, and I'm pretty sure it's not in the show. I think it's one of his normal stand-up routines. Is he goes, "There's nothing scary at a party." He's like, when you use the toilet and after you flush and the water starts rising more than it
Dude,
should.
So relatable.
And it's so relatable. Yeah. How many times are you just sitting there like at someone's
Well,
house?
the problem is at Justin's house, the toilet breaks all the time.
Yeah, well,
I've never broken your
Because-
toilet, and I've
because-
taken many poops in your toilet.
well,
Well,
thanks
because
for
you
that.
have one of those.
Those water efficient, like those one that
Oh,
uses
yeah.
a
They're
like
certain
the
amount
savers,
of water. Yeah.
That speaking of other show, that's a great King of the Hill episode where they get
Is
the
it?
water efficient toilet,
Oh, Jesus.
and Peggy has to keep flushing, and like she gets super
I mean,
embarrassed.
it is a pain. I'm not gonna lie, but it's for a good cause. Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you're doing what you're doing.
But it
You're
is,
trying to help
but
the
it is super
environment.
relatable because, like, I bet you, like, when you watch every episode I've ever watched of Seinfeld, it's like I've been in that situation where I know how he feels. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? 'Cause it just makes so much sense.
And that's really the essence of stand-up comedy.
it's
is
fantastic. Yeah.
is something that's relatable. And all comedy, in my opinion, like for comedy to really work, someone has to get the short end of the stick. There's always
Always.
some sort of suffering that goes on.
Always.
Like, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? It's not funny.
Not at all.
But why did the chicken cross the road? Because he got ran over by a car. That's really funny.
Yeah.
It makes no sense, but
makes-
something happened.
Exactly. It's fantastic. Exactly. And that's how that with most, like, even with stand-up comics, like the best ones are the ones that you're just like they're talking to you. It's not like staged. And that's what Seinfeld it never seemed staged. It was just like, "Oh my god, let's follow these four friends
Yeah.
and see
Yeah.
what they're doing next." It's the best.
Who is your favorite Seinfeld character?
Pat, you go first.
George's dad.
Yeah, that's a
he's
great
the
one.
Best.
Yeah,
He's the best.
the episode with Mr. Costanza and Kramer when they like team up for things, or like when
the
they're
bro.
together. Yeah, for the bro, or like for Festivus, like
Festivus.
they're amazing.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to pick, I do like George's dad, but out of the main four, I like George. I think George is hysterical.
George is awesome.
He's the man. I mean, Kramer's awesome too. I love them all, but like I think just George is just funny because he's like kind of that guy. He's just like
He's
Yo,
despicable.
Sean Shawan, what's up, dude?
he's kind of like yeah, exactly.
What's up, Sean?
Sick. Rock on, bro.
Sean, I'm seeing you tonight.
Yeah, guys, if you're in the area, go to Game Changer World to check out Poeta.
Yeah, they're playing a live show.
Yeah, I heard they do a Phil Collins cover too.
I think they're strictly Phil Collins cover band.
Oh yeah, Phil Collins cover band. Yeah,
Yeah, George Costanza. I mean, he's always been he's a fan favorite.
always. Yeah.
He's very despicable. In the earlier seasons, I love how he's trying to find a job, can't hold a job. That's and like I think another classic episode with him is where he's at work and he has that one joke to get back at the other employee that's always making fun of him.
Yeah.
He's well, the jerk store called. They're one ahead of you. And he comes back and he goes, well, you're the all-time bestseller. And George has nothing to say. And he goes, well, I slept with your wife. And then the guy whispers in his ear, his wife's in a coma.
Oh my god. Yeah.
One of my favorite with George and a couple of them, when he sets up the bed underneath his desk when he's working for the Yankees, and just like everybody thinks he's working like, hard as hell. And then the one Christmas episode when he goes, I made a donation to the Human Fund in your honor. And then the boss of that company, who is like the most incompetent person, like finds out that there is no human fund.
No.
Everything. But like George in any sort of situation is just like the best.
Well, he's very selfish.
Yeah.
He's always out for himself. He doesn't want to really do anything for anybody.
Yeah, I know. Sounds like you, Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
Connor's a bad friend.
Get out of here.
I'm just kidding, Connor.
I know. But I've always liked Elaine.
Elaine's great.
Elaine, I think.
Elaine is hot.
Yeah.
Like even now.
On Veep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very good looking.
But Elaine, I always thought Elaine was really funny. She's always, whereas she doesn't mean to be, to put her. So George and Jerry always like find themselves in situations to their own doing.
Right.
Elaine, I always felt like kind of never really meant to be in the situation. So when she's at like when she's at the office party dancing and she looks terrible dancing and it's really embarrassing, or when she gets the fake number because she like looks really bad that day, she always kind of accidentally like just flops into a situation.
George Powell said Elaine is his mom. You got an awesome mom then.
Yeah, you got an awesome mom there, George.
I'd like to take her out one day.
I'll say it like anytime the name is actually brought up. You know, it's like one of those things like when somebody says it's been a while and you start singing like Stained or whoever it is.
Yeah.
When somebody goes, Stella.
Yeah.
Like that's a great one. Or maybe the Dingo Ate Your Baby. I want to be in a situation where I could quote that. Like
Have you ever been in a situation where you've quoted? I know a friend of ours that is an avid Seinfeld fan. Cam Lockwood is a huge Seinfeld fan, and he's always quoting that shit wherever we are, always saying something. I'm just like, I don't think I've found myself in a situation where I've actually like quoted like you're saying. Have you?
Yeah.
Have you, Connor?
I
don't think so.
don't think so.
No. The opportunity has not knocked. Not for me, at least.
It's tough because some of them are just like some of the most quotable lines ever.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they just won't fit in certain situations.
That's true.
Like yada yada yada. That you could put in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
Or Serenity Now. Serenity Now is one of my favorite things from Mr. Costanza.
Serenity Now.
He's the man.
I like always wanted to celebrate Festivus.
We should do it this year.
We should do it this year.
TGC Festivus.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's set a date. What do you guys think? I mean,
When is it? The 20th, right? Every year, or is it the 23rd?
It's I don't remember what
We'll have to look it up.
But my favorite part about Festivus is when they sit around the table and they just unload everything they hate about them. And then like and George's dad talks to George's boss and he goes, "My son's always complaining about you," and just like pretty much throws George under the bus.
Fantastic. I feel like Jerry Stiller is just way cooler than Ben Stiller too, just like in real life, you know? Like
I like them both.
I do too, but like I think like if we were like, who would you rather have a beer with, Jerry Stiller or Ben Stiller?
Jerry.
Right?
Stiller.
Exactly. Point made. But yeah, I mean,
Well, talk about having a successful sitcom career, though. That guy, like after Seinfeld, he was on King of Queens.
that's true.
Yeah,
And he was the best part about King of Queens.
He really was.
I liked King of Queens.
I like King of Queens too.
that was
It's
like-
just he was the best part.
But that's like the best thing Kevin James has ever done.
yes.
Yes,
To be honest with you. I mean,
Yes.
no offense, Kevin James, if you're watching, but like, you know,
You make shitty movies,
yeah,
dude.
they're pretty bad. As soon as you became friends with Adam Sandler, I'm sorry, Adam, but like for real,
yeah.
like you
But Ryan really likes the Cobbler.
Yeah, I heard that Ryan is a fan
I heard
of most of those movies.
Ryan Wilbank like has Adam Sandler's face in the Cobbler tattooed on him.
Yeah.
Like has the movie poster and everything
Yeah.
tattooed on him.
But
For
yeah,
sure.
going back to Seinfeld, to me, like, I understand why people say it's a show it's a show about nothing. Like, there's really nothing about it, but that's why it's so funny because it's just everyday life. But like, is it really? It's very exaggerated.
It
you know?
is.
Well, I mean, a lot of this stuff is like happenstance or that can occur randomly. I mean, not like, well, depending on where you are, but like Elaine's rival who wears bras as a shirt or just doesn't wear a bra.
Yeah.
That one, and then she gives her a bra for Christmas, and she wears that as a shirt.
Yep.
To top. Like, you're not going to find that. There's a Newman in everybody's life.
Everybody does
great.
have a
Newman is also my other favorite character, I think.
Yeah, that he's definitely like one of those like second favorite characters for everybody, and like I just love how he's Jerry's rival all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always Newman. Yeah, I mean, it is everyday situation, so it really could be about nothing, but exaggerated a bit, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be that guy and ask you because it's been said before. I've even heard it like when they compare. Ooh, like what's better? Because again, the platform of Seinfeld and the platform of the show Friends, they're like, oh, it's the same thing, just a bunch of friends hanging out in everyday situations. But everyone's like, oh, Friends is better. Oh, Seinfeld's better. Obviously, because you're an avid fan, I know you're gonna say Seinfeld's better, and I know you hate Friends, right?
no, I don't hate Friends.
You don't hate Friends.
No.
Who hates Friends? You hate Friends.
No, I love Friends.
Who the fuck?
I think Seinfeld's better, but I
Who
do
hates
I
Friends?
enjoy
Someone
Friends.
I mean,
someone we know.
Chris
hates
said that
Friends.
Seinfeld looks like shit, so he probably hates Friends too.
That's why he has no friends. Sorry, Chris.
Wow. Oleski, you're going to have to fight Justin.
I can
We'll live stream that too. Just like the hot sauce challenge.
Ooh.
That was still a great challenge. I won that challenge.
You didn't win after the aftermath of that.
I
though.
threw up.
Yeah,
A lot.
I saw
A
that.
lot.
That was fantastic.
And I forgot to put a liner in the garbage too, so that really
Ew,
sucked.
Ew,
yeah,
ew. When you guys asked me to come on here, I was like, I hope they're not gonna make me chug hot sauce. Like,
I wouldn't make you do it.
No.
I know I would do it anyway willingly, but like that,
I'll just shove it up your ass. But
Wow. Wow.
dude, that sounds spicy.
Some recent joiners, Mike Slanger, Jenna, and Elmo. What's up, guys?
hey, Amanda. Hey,
What's
Jenna.
good?
Hey, Mike.
Hey. Yeah, no, but honestly, I feel like I would have to agree with you that Seinfeld is better just because the comedy is richer, and I feel like Friends is more staged,
Yeah, I mean, like Friends definitely has some classic moments.
For
It's
sure,
definitely
yeah.
a top 10 sitcom of all time.
You think so? Yeah,
It's up there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the most successful ever. I mean, they were the first people to average $1 million an episode
Yeah,
in the
true.
final season, so
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive.
I mean, clearly, I know for Anthony Dentino that neither of these two shows that we're talking about does not even equate to Home Improvement and Tool Time like with Tim Allen.
yeah,
I know how much he
He
loves,
loves
it.
Tim
I know how much
Tim
he
Allen
loves
more
Tim
than
Allen.
life, dude.
yeah, he does.
He even has a cup like with his with him and Tim Allen. Like I don't know where he got it, but like I know he's a big fan.
We just got a hello from Amanda. Hey, Amanda.
Hey,
You're giving
Oh,
her
yeah.
a bunch of hellos. Well,
What's
yeah,
up?
yeah, man. I heard that Dentino's next sleeve is going to be strictly Tim Allen themed.
so like from like all of his fantastic films that he's ever made, like give me one.
Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs,
Wild
Christmas,
Hogs.
Christmas with the Cranks.
The Santa Claus.
What's that one movie where he
Jungle
was
to Jungle.
Jungle to Jungle?
I knew what you were gonna
Yes.
say.
I was thinking Jungle to Jungle. That one was not that bad.
It's I don't
It's
know.
not that.
I saw it
good.
when I was 5, so I
But
don't
that's
know.
a movie.
Not
That's a
that
movie
bad.
that like you like as a kid, and then you're
Yeah,
like,
I
oh
loved
my
it as a
gosh,
kid.
and it's like on ABC Family, and then you're like, and you click through, and you're like, oh, this kind of sucks.
You know what? Now that you bring that up, I was speaking of like movies as a kid. What's your take on Space Jam? Like, how do you feel about it now after watching it? Like,
We actually were watching it last night.
Yeah, we were watching it last night.
We were.
Yeah,
I
we were.
love Space Jam for the
Oh,
nostalgia
right.
factor,
Yeah.
but it's not a well-made movie. It's not
Okay.
like a quality movie, but I love the shit out of it.
Okay,
Me too.
I feel the same way. It's a movie I watched it all the time as a kid.
yeah.
I never. I had the pillow set and everything. You know.
You definitely did.
Well, I still love Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes
Oh, yeah,
is
me too.
classic.
I'm
Yeah.
26 and I'll never stop watching Looney Tunes. The original cartoons,
Yeah.
the Chuck Jones produced ones. Come on, classic.
They're good.
But and I love Space Jam the movie because I loved it as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But it's if you compare Looney Tunes and all the Looney Tune movies beforehand that came out before Space Jam that were kind of just a compilation of shorts. The humor is very off the mark from what Looney Tunes normally is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's some slapstick in it, but it's really kind of just it's not really the expense of the characters you normally would see.
Yeah.
And the humor is a little off. And it's not as daring actually, which is kind of it's like 30 years or 40 years prior to that movie, they were putting cats' tails on electrical sockets.
Yeah.
I heard that you love Looney Tunes Back in Action starring Brandon Fraser.
That movie's really not that bad.
All right, confirmation.
I don't like it, but it's the most modern Looney Tunes movie.
Is it like today?
That's very Looney Tuny.
Has there been a recent one? No, right?
No,
I don't think so.
They'll make a comeback eventually because they got to keep it relevant still.
I'd rather them just keep it the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not make another movie.
No.
Wait, are we talking Space Jam? Or are we talking like Looney Tunes?
They should not make another Space Jam.
With LeBron James.
I would. No, I would like that. I think they should.
To be honest with you, LeBron's pretty funny. Like I don't know if I follow him on social media.
He was good in Trainwreck. I don't follow him on anything social media, but he was good in Trainwreck.
He wasn't actually. He might have been the best part of that movie because Amy Schumer.
Nope,
sucked.
Bill Hader.
Well, yeah, okay, Bill Hader. Okay, sorry.
Bill Hader is the best part of like anything he's in.
But yeah. Honestly, because Amy Schumer sucks.
She's your friend. You loved her new stand-up special.
No.
I don't mind Amy Schumer. I didn't watch her new special.
You don't mind Amy Schumer?
I think she's all right.
Nah, man, she sucks.
She kind of gets annoying. She's repetitive, and apparently she steals a whole bunch of jokes.
She steals jokes?
Apparently.
Whatever.
There are side-by-side videos of her, like a previous comedian joke and then her joke, and a lot of it is the same, but a lot of it is like 2 or 3 words are different or the delivery.
Here's the thing, though, is that Hannibal Buress said it perfectly. He's
the best.
He's like, I always wish I had kids so I have half the material written down for me.
Right.
And he said it. And he's like, how many times can you write a joke about something without it sounding at least somewhat similar? You know what? Like years ago, when Joe Rogan called out Carlos Mencia when he was blatantly stealing jokes.
Carlos Mencia was horrible.
He was blatantly stealing. Like he would.
Carlos Mencia that. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah. Like he would do a show and like an open, like he would be opening for like before he would go on before other comics. Other comics would tell him his material, and then he would say that material on stage before the comic would go on.
Oh, that's awful.
So like it's like just
a dick.
Yeah, and so that was blatant stealing.
Yeah.
Blatant plagiarism.
Cass joined, and he's happy my stash is back. I'm glad you're happy.
Hey, Cass.
My mom joined.
Hey.
Hi,
Miles
Mom.
McNellis.
And then Nick Snyder also joined.
How you guys doing?
Hey, Nick.
Snyder, we were just talking before. You're a huge fan of clowns. Can you confirm or deny?
Yeah. And Nick, we're really excited for you to come on to the It review. So that will be out in September because that's when that movie comes out. But yes,
looking forward to it.
With Space Jam, it definitely has a memorable cast.
Oh yeah. MJ is the greatest.
And like Michael Jordan can't act, but he does.
Clearly.
Yeah, but he does his
fits the
best.
material.
Yeah, he does his best.
It's suitable for the material.
I won't knock him for that.
Who's your favorite?
Snyder goes clowns are the equivalent to Zupan.
Oh my gosh. Who's your favorite Looney Tunes character though?
My favorite Looney Tunes character is Sylvester and Tweety.
Okay, that's good. I like that one.
And I also really like Foghorn Leghorn too.
Really?
There's a lot of classic ones.
I'll say.
I mean, well, they're all awesome.
Yeah, I love Daffy. I don't know.
Yeah, Daffy's great. I don't think there's
favorite,
really
though.
like a bad one
He's
that
the
you can
best.
choose.
The Looney Tunes that are kind of like the everymen, like Daffy Duck and Bugs
Will
Bunny.
Banks says Wile E. Coyote all the way. Wile E. Coyote is great.
Wile E. Coyote,
Love the Roadrunner ones.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
And what's great about it, too, is there's really no dialogue with Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, so it's all pure slapstick.
So you're saying like Wile E. Coyote is like Damien?
Yeah.
That's a good comparison, I think.
So Wile E. Coyote is better.
What do we say about Seinfeld before? I was saying like usually jokes work at the expense of someone else. There's always suffering at some sort of comedy.
That's true.
So really, like the Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner cartoons.
Marvin the Martian. Snyder, you are Marvin the Martian.
Yeah. So really, like with Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner cartoons are just like pure comedy itself. There's no dialogue. It's all slapstick. He's always getting hurt. Mm-hmm. He's always falling off a cliff. There's always an anvil landing on his head or foot.
Yeah, laughing at other people's pain.
Yeah,
it makes us laugh.
And it's always Acme products.
Always Acme.
That's true. It's very true. Yeah, hey man, I don't know. Some like everyone like how like Bugs is like the fan favorite, obviously. But,
Well,
like,
because he's the most
he's
popular.
the most popular, but like I don't know, Daffy for me, and I even like Taz. Taz is cool.
He only was really he only had like 4 specials.
Really?
Yeah, he was only there's only really 4 cartoons produced with him.
Really, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
And was it Porky Pig? He's
Porky Pig, yeah.
Yeah,
he's cool.
he had the
Dip.
he had the stutter.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear I don't know if it's true or not, but there was a rumor that what was the guy's name who voiced Porky Pig? Well, most of the Looney Tunes.
It wasn't Chuck Jones wasn't him that did it, or
It was Phil something, right?
I forgot the last
All
name.
right.
yeah.
Well, apparently at one point he was in a coma, and somebody asked him like a question in a Porky Pig voice or in one of the Looney Tune voices, and he responded as one of the characters and woke up
Really?
from it. Yeah, like how crazy is that? If it's true, I don't know how
Well,
true it is. But
also
I've seen
too,
it many
a
times.
lot of times, like with some cartoons, some voice actors were not properly recognized in credits.
Yeah,
They
I
would
can see that.
Oh, Mel Blanc. That was
Mel Blanc. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Thank you for remembering that.
Clutch.
But with Space Jam, so it's not, even though it stars the Looney Tunes, it's not a very Looney Toony movie. It's very much a Michael Jordan product placement movie.
You know who
Yeah.
else was in Space Jam?
Bill Murray
Newman.
and Newman.
Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was his assistant.
Yeah.
He was funny.
a divot.
If anything, he's really the most. Has the most Looney Tune personality out
true.
of all of them.
That's true.
You know, because he's always like getting hurt. He's always getting
Always.
burnt. And he's
The
digging a hole.
The scene where he gets like blow that was like I thought that was like cool as hell. How they made him like animated when he was flattened and then they blew him up.
Oh,
remember?
using the pump.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool as hell. I love that. That was such a cool scene.
Yeah.
But-
Have you been on the Space Jam website recently? They
No.
haven't changed it since the launch of the movie.
Really?
Serious?
Yeah, it's like you get that 90s nostalgia right there.
So it's like
Really?
essentially the 2 websites that have never changed is SpaceJam.com and Drudge Report.
yeah, pretty much.
Wow. That's insane, man. I did not know that. God.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's a classic. I just feel like, would I see another Space Jam? Would I see another Space Jam? Oh,
Close
would I see another Space Jam? Yeah, if they picked the right character. But it would probably be LeBron because he's like the best at the
Oh,
moment.
because he's the most popular.
Yeah,
athlete right
exactly.
now. Or
But-
they could switch it to Steph Curry.
I think
Fuck
Well, they
that.
would probably include multiple.
NBA stars.
NBA stars,
Always.
yeah.
Well,
well, they
did
did that
in the first one. Yeah.
in the first one, and that was a good part in the first one too when they steal all their talent. And
It was clever. It was a great
Charles
idea.
Barkley tries to play street basketball with all the kids.
Yeah.
They're like, "You ain't Charles Barkley.
Buddy.
Be gone.
Be gone.
Be gone."
You don't want to be gone. Yeah, dude, that was such a good line. That was classic.
You know what is the greatest basketball scene in any movie ever?
What?
Halle Berry and Catwoman. When she goes all cat on it and is like schooling Benjamin. I'm being completely sarcastic. Catwoman is a horrendous movie, and that is an embarrassment of a scene. But like she's I recommend you look it up on YouTube. Anybody listening? She's like somebody gives her the ball, and she's like trying to school Benjamin Bratt, and she has the powers of a feline in this, which is not stupid from the beginning. But then
Right.
she's like
Cats
falling
and
like
basketball.
Yeah, cats and basketball, and then she like jumps off the wall and then jumps from like behind the 3-point line and slams it hard or whatever, and all the kids around are like, "Oh!" It is honestly one of the worst scenes in any movie ever.
It's awful. And what's so funny too is that detective that's trying to find out who Catwoman is sees Catwoman multiple times with just like a little mask across her face like this. Interacts with Halle Berry all the time, and Caesar does this crazy stuff as Halle Berry or as whatever her character name is in the movie,
Right.
and then sees Catwoman and never puts the two together. He's like, "Who's Catwoman?" You know, he's just such a dumb. He's like the worst detective you ever seen in a movie.
That's like Clark Kent and Superman.
Yeah.
If you want to,
Yeah, but
go on
the one thing I argue with that though is that the character is so likable. Like everything else
Yeah.
around that movie is around that situation's fine. So I can
That's true.
be okay with that.
I do have to say something though. Like I wear glasses most of the time. Actually, I do. I wear glasses, and when I teach, I always have them on because it's easier. Obviously, I see. And then sometimes if I take them off, I have to clean the smut. They're like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "What?" They're like, "You look so different." I'm like, "How?"
because they're 5 years old.
I know, but still. Like, I could relate. I'm not saying I'm equivalent to Clark Kent, but there's a possibility.
You think there's a possibility that you are Clark Kent and Superman?
I mean, you'll never know.
Never seen you in the same room, so
That's true.
true. Yeah,
So,
could be.
Just saying. But
But I've also never seen Connor and Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory in the same room.
that's true too.
I've also never seen Pat and Zack Snyder in the same room either.
I mean, well,
You never
hey,
know.
well, that's a lot of things, a lot of questions, Anybody asking any questions?
No,
No?
people kind of stopped with the questions.
Oh.
If you guys got any questions, just comment on it and we'll talk about it.
You know, it's funny. I'm not talking about. I'm not trying to bring up like bars or anything, but I saw a really funny video of you recently at a bar, Connor. It was in the past, but it was
It was what, your 22nd birthday?
one
Yeah.
of those. And
Ooh, that was a good night for
And-
everybody but you.
yeah,
that was bad.
Yeah,
That wasn't my fault. I didn't buy a single drink that night.
you're right. No, you were.
It was a
100%
combination of Cass and I giving you
Jägermeister.
payback
Yeah.
for how you treated us on every birthday, pretty much.
I deserved it.
And Dentino helped.
right. You do that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you deserved it.
yeah,
I
I
was
deserved
like-
it.
I just remember your dad goes, listen, I don't care how drunk you get him, but, if gets too much, you're going to have to deal with Mrs. Hessen, not me.
You're-
But I'm not saying don't just get him, do to him what he does to you, but you just might
Dude.
have to deal with,
Connor's definitely like the culprit to like most people getting like messed up on their birthdays because like you'll see
Oh, yeah.
like him come up.
I'm
with
just
his
happy
little
it's your
shot glass.
birthday.
Yeah, no, I mean, much appreciated, but like I'll get the shot glass or something, and I'm like, "What's this?" And he's like, "It's Captain Morgan. Just drink it." I'm like, "Okay."
My favorite move is
yes, Cass, that is the one when he punched out the bathroom.
I think
was
I
a good
knocked the roller thing, the paper roller
Yep.
off the wall.
I was in that bathroom, and I don't think we've been to Kelly's Tavern ever since.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, they
I
did.
haven't.
They
Yeah,
have good food.
I would like to,
They have good
but I
food.
haven't.
It's a nice place.
yeah.
It's
My
not.
my favorite move is I've gotten you with this plenty of times. Is
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, hey man, let's get a drink together. And you're like, all right, and like I'll give you the shot, and I'll take one, and I'll watch you take it, and then give you the other one.
Yep.
Dentino does
The
that
worst.
too.
The worst.
And I did it to him on, I forget what, one of his previous birthdays. I did that to him 3 times. He was pissed.
No way.
But I would be pissed too if I was in the situation, but he had it coming.
Yeah. That time at Hooks that was definitely all my fault for your birthday.
Oh, yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us have gotten messed up on our birthdays for hooks. I was a culprit. You
You
were
were
a
a
culprit.
culprit.
I think Conway was a culprit. once.
Conway, yeah.
Hooks gets the
Yeah.
best of us.
Yeah,
I
that
miss
night,
place.
dude, Becca was so pissed at you.
Yeah, she was mad. That was the only time she's ever been mad at me, I think.
No, dude, you should hear what she says about you behind your back.
I know.
I believe it. I feel like she.
But
would-
you at Hooks, I remember that.
Nah,
We made you like chug a pitcher of water, and then we look over, and then I'm trying to get the band that was playing to like say happy birthday to you, and you're like hunched over like
Dead.
this, and then you're like,
dead.
and we're like, Justin, are you right? And you're like, and then just
Yeah. No. That was Connor's gift to me to make me sick.
Becca said it's debatable
Ooh.
Ooh.
if she's ever not been that mad at you since.
Jeez.
Another time that I thought was actually it's 2 times at Johnny Mac's that were really funny. So remember the one time it was Tommy's birthday or I think it was your birthday,
Maybe.
but I ended up getting like the most
up,
most messed up, and you had to take care of me.
Oh,
And-
I saved you from getting kicked
yeah,
out.
and I was clearly like not. I should not have been there. It was awful. Like it was
I
an
remember
awful
that.
situation. I was very sick. I ended up throwing up on myself on the way home.
In Damien's car. Shout out
Dam-
Damien.
Yeah, it's in Damien's car.
Damien.
But what was so funny is like we went there like a week later or 2 weeks later,
Yeah.
and all you did was just fall asleep and on the booth.
Yeah.
and we got kicked out like right
Yeah.
away.
I don't even know if I don't even know if I was like drinking. I think I was just tired.
Yeah,
I was
you
like-
That's
weren't.
your go-to, dude. You fall asleep at bars.
I could fall asleep anywhere, to be honest with you. I
Yeah,
fall
and you
asleep.
can't-
I fall asleep here all the time when we're watching a movie or playing a video game.
Cass threw up in a hotel parking lot last night after a wedding.
Yo,
Props, Cass,
for you,
man. I'm
man.
glad you had a good time.
good for you. Did you do what you said, Cass? Did you shotgun a beer before, like as for the pregame, like as you were dressing up in the tuxedo and whatnot? I want to know.
Yeah, we want to know, Cass.
Because I know you said I'm about to live stream this, and I don't know if you ever did because I didn't see it, but I hope you did because that would have been awesome. But I don't know. Yeah, to be honest with you, speaking of
Yes, he did. He did do that.
good for you, man. I'm proud. Someone needs to get married so we can just like have a crazy wedding. Oh yeah.
Well, there's no.
Someone
I mean,
needs to get.
Cass was 5 beers deep before the wedding. Respect, man.
Jeez. Don't wait. I wonder, was he messed up during like the actual like ceremony? Because that's fantastic if you were.
Yeah, were you hammered during the ceremony, or did it get like that
I
at the party?
I could picture Cass being like, just like, and now I pronounce it. He's like, yeah, it's just like, woo, I love life. Like, I could totally see him doing that. I don't know. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, when I get married, I can't wait for Cass to like rage.
You know, funny story about Cass. I hope you're still watching, but I remember it was like, I think at Pat's, at your house in TCNJ when you had like the Halloween party, and Cass was like, he had like a 30 or something, or a big package of like Yingling cans, and he
did the wizard staff.
Like, I'm gonna make this a staff tonight. I was like, what? He goes, I'm gonna make the wizard staff, and the dude had like at least 15 cans lined up, and he was just like, there's a picture. I don't know if I still have it, but I remember seeing a picture, and he was just like, I was like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. That dude, you're a champion, Cass.
Yeah,
Cass is a champ, man.
I tried doing a staff that night, but I couldn't keep up with them.
Yeah, because clearly,
yeah,
it's not as good.
No, dude, Cass is always a good time, man. We love you.
Yeah, Cass. Thanks for filling in.
No, really, thank you for filling in. For those
yeah,
who don't know.
Pat kind of went on a hiatus. I don't know.
He almost left the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Cass at TCNJ fell asleep in that basement, and then he woke up at Paul's. It was fucked.
Jeez. Awesome.
Yeah, for those who don't know, last week, or yeah, it was like last week or something, I was sick with the flu, and both Phil and Cass filled in on guest hosting on 2 episodes for me because they're good guys.
Phil. No, I'm messing with Phil. I know who you are.
Philip Facconi.
Philip Facconi.
I heard Phil loves BuzzFeed though, and Kathy Lee.
So I've heard. Like, he loves it so much that he like wants us all to like subscribe to them, follow them, retweet them.
I think he started a celebrate BuzzFeed Day too on May 16th.
Oh, May 16th. I'll be sure to like repost and retweet a lot of things for them. Because like BuzzFeed's cool. You know, who doesn't like BuzzFeed?
Yeah, they're Phil's friends.
Wasn't this all due to the fact that he just didn't like how they thought that mozzarella sticks were better than chicken tenders or something?
Yes.
Chicken fingers?
I mean, chicken fingers, chicken tenders, wherever part of the country you're from.
Yeah. Whatever part of New Jersey you're from.
Yeah. They are. Listen, mozzarella sticks are friggin' delicious.
They're phenomenal.
But chicken
fingers are better.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, for those of you who know what pork roll is, Connor committed an egregious sin against humanity when he called it a Taylor ham, egg and cheese instead of pork roll, egg and cheese.
I just don't understand. Like, it just makes no sense to me.
It disgusted me, and I wanted to end the podcast and my partnership with him right then and there.
To those of you north of the border, so to speak, I don't know why it's called Taylor ham. Makes no sense to me. It's the brand, right?
Yes,
it's the brand.
Taylor ham is the brand. Pork roll is the product.
Right.
So anybody who calls it a Taylor ham, egg and cheese is just wrong.
But what if they want Taylor ham, not some like shitty pork roll brand?
Doesn't matter. You say Taylor ham, pork roll.
Because like whenever I go to a diner, because this is why I go back and forth with my vocabulary. Sometimes I say pork roll, sometimes I say Taylor ham. Usually when like I go to a diner and it says Taylor ham, egg and cheese, it's because they have the brand Taylor there. So they're advertising that they're cooking Taylor. So that's why I'm like I'll say it sometimes.
Okay.
And like I've actually been to places I'm like, can I have a Taylor ham, egg and cheese? And like, oh, we just have pork roll. Like we don't have Taylor as a brand. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. I don't care.
I honestly didn't know that was a thing.
And if you really want to get technical, the brand isn't called Taylor ham. It's just called Taylor. So
whatever. Just missing. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's implied that it's.
What I'm trying to say is I don't care. I'm gonna say whatever.
Oh, hey man.
You know who loves calling it Taylor ham, egg and cheese though, other than you? Matt Hoffman.
Yeah, Matt Hoffman.
Like why? Whatever. You're right. Not a big deal. You're right. It's like someone that says water and wooder. Like whatever, you do you.
Water.
Mario.
Mario, exactly.
But you know what is a problem when people call a bagel a bagel?
Yeah, I don't respect you if you call it a bagel. No offense, it's bagel.
It's bagel.
It's bagel.
It's bagel.
Bagel. Exactly. Just bagel makes no sense. It's like I feel like it's like when someone says bagel, it's like I think like you're just munching on a plastic bag from ShopRite, and that's filthy.
So since we drifted away from
Sorry,
Seinfeld
I'm sorry.
and Space Jam, and I feel like we kind of talked about it,
Yeah, we did.
and we're kind of talking about food. And I'm also very hungry.
You're not wrong.
What's the type of pizza that you prefer? Not topping wise,
Like
but
place?
like no, just like style, like Chicago deep dish, New York thin, Jersey slice, grandma pie, Sicilian.
I mean, I love. God, you're killing me here. I love me a Jersey slice, clearly, but like, but I do enjoy a nice Sicilian piece of pizza. Like, even if it's just plain nothing on it, it's so good.
Are you the crust guy, or are you the middle part where the cheese comes? Like,
Ooh.
you know,
Dude, oh, that's so good. God, I'm like really hungry right now. But
coal fires is a type of style too. Don't forget about that.
I am more of like a crust guy. I like the middle too, though. But like, I like
I like
the.
the crust as well.
I'm a fan of that. I like it a little burnt. You know what I mean?
Because they cook it in a pan, and it's like so buttery and
Yeah.
oily, the crust, but it's
Jesus.
crusty at the same time.
Connor could be like a good spokesman for like a pizzeria place. Just like-
Yeah, I'd rather have thin crust, or not counting Jersey
Pete
slice,
Nelda's
like
thin.
Pete Nelda's, like Vicks,
Vicks is so good.
Danino's.
I
Daninos
never
and
had
Vicks.
Daninos.
You've never
Had
had
it yesterday,
Daninos?
dude.
Never had. Was that your
Delicious.
first time?
No,
Never,
not
I've
my
never
first time.
had it. No.
Delicious. You got to do
Never
it.
been. I've heard nothing but good things, but I'd love to go.
Yeah, Daninos makes a good pie, man.
Yeah,
But, talking about Chicago deep dish, that is just a cake with sauce and cheese on top.
a cake.
That's pretty much what it is, dude.
I mean,
It's not pizza. This is.
Whoa.
You shouldn't be calling it pizza.
you're upsetting all your fans in Chicago. You know. I don't
Cassidy has commented saying, "Justin, what is wrong with you?" Saying, I guess referring to that you've never had Daninos.
know. Why don't you?
I mean, there's a
why don't you
there's a
invite me,
lot of
Cass?
things wrong with
Invite me,
Justin
Cass, and I'll
Cass.
come,
You know.
All right. No one's ever. No, I'm not gonna just roll because Danino's is a nice place, if I'm not mistaken. At least from what I've seen.
It's a nice
okay?
restaurant. You don't
Can
have
you
to
eat
dress
there,
fancy.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you
but
can.
can you go in there like a pizzeria place? Like I thought it was
Yeah.
like a restaurant.
No, you can.
It's both.
Yeah,
Oh,
They got
I
it.
didn't know that.
it's a little awkward because like you're walking like by tables of people eating, but
Okay.
whatever, you know.
So
Cass said, "Let's go, dude. Let's do it, Cass.
Cass, you
We'll
come
leave
home
Justin
tonight?
at home."
it's not cool.
Oh yeah. Yesterday, shout out to Anthony DeLee for joining. Becca, Anthony, and his fiance Sam and I all went to Danino's, and Anthony was wearing board shorts that had a suspicious stain on the front. So we thought, because like the inside is nice, we're like, maybe he won't be allowed inside, you know, because some places have dress codes, and he was not, dressed nicely, especially like specifically because of that suspicious stain. But we sat down and had dinner regardless.
What color was that stain?
If you know it's suspicious, you know what it was.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
But
the leader's life.
and we had no problem in there, and the pizza was banging.
Yeah. I think
Highly recommend it.
nothing.
Danino, sponsor us and give us free pizza, please.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
See, the Jersey slice is what I grew up with,
Of
so
course.
it's always going to be my favorite. But sometimes, like when you get a grandma pie, like it's just like a nice like crispy grandma slice. There's so much olive oil on it. Like it's so good, man.
Yeah,
like
I feel you.
and the way for a grandma pie, they actually they cook the sauce. They don't cook the sauce before they put it on the pizza, like you normally do with tomato sauce. It's not called gravy.
Anybody who calls tomato sauce gravy is an asshole.
Yeah. What they do is it's just essentially kind of like crushed tomatoes.
Tomatoes. You call it gravy, don't you?
I was raised that way, but I respect people that call it
if your mom
sauce.
says it, then your mom's a nice person, so I'll forgive her.
Yeah, I
My
love your
mom-
parents.
My,
so
mom says it.
All right. Well, your mom is an exception because she's a nice person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Justin's mom. that you said
Becca,
that,
we're
but-
making you hungry. How about you get us food and come over to Connor's and eat it with us and delete? Yeah, that MOR special was fucking delicious.
But back to the grandma pie. The sauce for the grandma pie is it's just like crushed tomatoes and just like some olive oil, and you don't cook it. And when you put it on the dough, You just put some oregano on top of it. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's very simple, and you're really supposed to taste like it's not like nothing's supposed to really overpower each other.
Right.
You know, and like the sauce should like be tasting fresh, and the cheese should complement it. So it's really more of a sauce pie than it is a cheese pie. And but if I feeling cheesy, then I go for the Jersey slice. You know?
I'm always
Well,
feeling
you
cheesy.
are always cheesy because
know.
your jokes are cheesy as shit. Dude.
I am cheesy. Haha. Yeah. No, but dude, honestly, you give me any slice of pizza, I'm gonna eat it. Except if it's from California. I've tried it. It's awful. Never gonna do it again. No joke.
It's like pizza in Florida is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's
Because
awful.
it's just made
awful.
poorly.
I mean,
Unless you get like a chain restaurant.
every
pizza.
time someone says like, "Listen, I found a sweet pizza place in like Florida or like California,"
Julia wanted to correct you about the grandma pie. It's called a Nona pie.
a Nona pie. Really? Okay. Well, isn't Nona grandma or something like
Yeah,
that?
it's
It is
Italian
in
for grandma.
Italian.
I'm Irish. All right.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But I appreciate Italian cuisine because Italian cuisine is the
delicious.
best.
It's
Yeah,
the best.
it is the
It's
best.
the best out. Agreed. 100%.
Yeah.
You kidding me? No, but what were you saying before? I missed that. You were saying something.
I kind of forgot.
Come on, Dalia. Jeez.
No, he's making a good.
No, you're right. You're right. You're
Gas.
right. What is what?
Yeah.
It's a UK pie.
True.
Oh god.
True, man.
But thank you for correcting me, Anthony. But yeah, but then I guess since we're talking about types of pizza, so what have you been in the most of the mood for? Coal fire, Jersey slice? Because I think we all get pizza like once a week.
Yeah, try. I love pizza.
Well, actually, I had pizza like 2 or 3 times this week. I had Danino's yesterday, and then I had Leggets on Thursday.
Ooh. Oh, and there's a bar pie counts too.
Does it? Is
Yeah.
Is that its own thing?
A bar
I mean,
pie.
it's just
yeah,
absolutely.
I guess you're right.
It's just a small,
I guess you're right.
smaller version.
But
really.
usually bar pies are very thin crust, like thinner than Jersey
You
slice.
would put it in that category, I suppose. I mean, what's my go-to as of late? Probably a Jersey slice, you know. I've been on a kick lately where if I go get a slice, it has to have some like bizarre toppings on it. So probably like Papa V's or a place where they have something ridiculous on top, you know. And I'm all about it.
Delia says there's also Chicago-style tavern pie. I'm not familiar with that one.
You know, a place I heard is amazing pizza-wise, since we're talking about pizza, which is phenomenal. I'm glad we segued into this. But, like, Tallulah's in Asbury, I heard that's, like, one of the best pizza joints around.
It's pretty good.
You have had?
Mhm.
You can confirm? I
Yeah,
want
it's
to
pretty
try
good.
it. I've heard nothing good
Sup
things.
Scarpelli. You know, you
Hey,
missed
Sarah.
out on joining in this
Hey,
because you have to
Sarah.
do something for
Long
school,
time
which
no
is pretty
talk.
lame.
Yeah.
What goes on?
School's lame, bro.
Oh, yeah. She could have been here. That's true. But-
Now, what's your favorite type of specialty slice?
Oh, God, you're killing me.
Buffalo chicken.
Buffalo chicken?
It's
do
my
it.
go-to.
Buffalo chicken is solid. I do like baked ziti pie, like a nice
Dude,
Yeah, yeah.
same.
slice.
Baked ziti pie is delicious.
They are good. Like if I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna have like one nice slice. I'll go with the baked ziti slice because it's pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
it's very good.
I'm a cheesesteak slice man myself.
Wow.
Especially when a place does it right. Sometimes, like you'll find a place that puts just a tiny bit of sauce in the bottom, so it doesn't
Good point.
so the cheesesteak doesn't dry,
Right.
and they'll put white and yellow American slices of cheese on top of the
Dude,
cheesesteak.
Chill with that, man. Chill with that.
It is
Oh,
freaking
Lord,
is
Lord.
pretty freaking phenomenal.
If anybody wants to send us some food to Connor's house, that'd be awesome.
Like I see saliva like coming out of Connor's mouth right now, and it's kind of disturbing.
So, Cass, I just got Domino's because the pizza out in PA is garbage. Listen, if the pizza out in a place is garbage, you kind of have to rely on a chain, unfortunately.
yeah,
Yeah, you do. What's your chain? Go
Cassidy's go-to slices are cheesesteak or chicken bacon ranch.
Oh, that's a
Ooh.
good one. That's a good one too.
What's my go-to chain?
Yeah.
Domino's, man.
Domino's.
They stepped
I-
their shit up a few
They,
years
they
ago.
came. They came.
But I'll always have a special
long
place in my
way.
heart for Pizza Hut.
Me too.
Because of their $5 buffet.
Yeah.
I remember the buffet.
Do you remember like going there just like?
And when
just-
you're like
just
18 and
us?
poor, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go after OCC
They did have.
sometimes.
They did do the stuffed crust pretty well. Like I was a fan
like
of
the
the
stuffed
stuffed
crust.
crust. It was good.
Yeah.
I was a fan. Honestly, screw Papa John's. I mean,
Becca says barbecue chicken pizza.
not
Ooh,
bad.
that's
Not
good.
bad.
It's a good slice.
There's really no wrong answer unless you get fucking pineapple.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Hawaiian pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah,
really no wrong
Domino's.
pie, but
Delia's chain is Domino's, aka Domino's.
Ah.
It's a fancy way of saying.
Oh.
Domino's.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, it is the best.
Ooh,
Like,
Cass got that 6-cheese Wisconsin pie.
I-
That is a good.
I got him
Domino's?
on that. I got everyone on that fucking pie.
Yeah,
The
no,
Wisconsin
it's
6
good.
cheese. Yeah.
It's one of the good
Never
things
had.
you've ever done
Yeah.
in our lives.
dude, I mean, to be honest, but like every time I have one of those chain pizza places, I'm like, I feel like garbage after like the next day.
But it's because
Every time.
it's usually like 4 in the morning and like you
That
ate a
is-
pie
that
to
is
yourself.
true. Good point.
I'm talking about myself here actually.
Zilia Hawaiian pizza is not good. How dare you say that to me?
What?
I mean, listen, there's no, like I said, there's really no wrong kind of pizza unless you put like, like urinal cakes and Windex on top, then that's the type of pizza you shouldn't eat.
Vivid imagination.
But as long as it's edible. Do you like anchovy? Do you like anchovies on your pizza? Sorry, I have to pronounce it right.
Anchovies?
Anchovies.
I never tried it. to
It's
be
good.
honest with you. No,
It's a little salty, but it's good.
salty.
Yeah.
You know what?
I don't
Actually,
like fish, so no.
I have to say, I believe I remember. I mean, and this is like we could go into a whole nother thing about this, like going to New York and having pizza in New York. Obviously, it's a whole nother experience. But remember
Billy
that
likes
place?
anchovy pizza.
Remember that place I showed you in New York, the artichoke pizza place? How good was that artichoke pizza slice in New
Dude.
York? It was
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah,
That was a game changer.
that was definitely one of like one of
One of the
first
best
off,
slices I ever had.
it was so creamy. So the artichoke, it's on you can find the video.
The video of the artichoke pizza place is on Facebook.
It's
like
on
every
Facebook.
day.
Yeah.
Honestly,
like
if
3
Amanda,
times a
if you're
day.
still watching, shout out to her. She introduced it to me, and then I introduced it to Connor last
Yeah.
time I was in the city.
It was,
and
it was
every
Poeta's first show.
yes,
Yeah.
And honestly, every time I've gone to the city, I've made it a point to try and find one of those places because it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
No,
So good.
It's creamy artichoke pizza.
It's called Di Lorenzo's, I think.
And
Is it?
That's what Delia says.
Oh, okay.
it said when we went it said
It just said
artichoke. Yeah.
I think that it was like a chain
Oh
called
no, he's
Artichoke.
talking about a different place.
Oh.
Di Lorenzo's in Robbinsville. He said also has that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
cool.
But
Very cool.
Yeah, you fold the pizza up like that and it's just like
Yeah.
the sauce is just dripping out.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
There's just so much of
That's
it.
like
And then you dip your crust in it.
I don't know. I don't follow Barstool like Phil Falcone does, but like I've seen Barstool and like there's a guy, the guy that runs Portnoy.
Presidente.
Like El Presidente.
No, yeah, Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, Dave Portnoy. He does it like a daily test. Like he goes to all these pizza joints and he takes one bite of a slice and he just literally he grades the pizzeria based on like the one plain slice. It's hysterical. Like the way he describes it, he goes, "It's got a nice New York flop to it." I'm just like, dude, he's not wrong. Like you
That
gotta
is
go
a
for the
good
flop.
job, dude, to review pizza.
To be a pizza tester. Good God, I would kill.
Delia
to do that.
has dubbed you Barstool Justin. Yesterday, Barstool Zoop
That's not cool.
was
man.
created, and now you're Barstool Justin.
Did you ever,
Why?
Did you
Because
ever
I
watch
mentioned it?
Munchies on Vice's YouTube channel?
No.
So-
is that with Action Bronson?
Action Bronson is on it, but they also have the pizza show, and
Oh my God.
I've seen like every episode, and
Fantastic.
I forget what college it was, but he visits this college, and this pizzeria there does a cold cheese pizza, and
What?
yeah, it's for college kids at like 4 in the morning that are just like
Just,
way too
like,
drunk.
and they're just
Because
yeah,
okay, so every time you're drunk and eat pizza, what's the number one problem you always run into?
heating the microwave, cooking.
No, burning your mouth.
Oh, well, good point. Yeah.
So like you're like because you're not gonna you're wasted. You're not gonna wait, and you wake up the next morning. You're like and your mouth is just on
That's
fire.
how I feel about with like Totino's pizza rolls. That's
Yeah.
like oof.
So what they did was they it's just a normal slice of pizza, and
They just
And they just-
put it in the fridge.
no, it's heated up like very hot, and then in the melted cheese on top, they put cold mozzarella cheese on top of it.
Oh, that's
okay.
pretty
so it's
smart,
cold
actually.
mozzarella cheese and then hot mozzarella cheese.
So it's like it balances
Gotcha.
out.
and like it's just a line of people out the door, and like they're all hammered, and
Sure.
so there's like a fight or there's
Where-
people
do you
throwing
know
up,
where
and
this
like
is? 'Cause that's a brilliant.
I'll
idea.
find out, but
Yeah.
like yeah, and like they so the host goes out for a night drinking and he eats it. And he's like, this is honestly like delicious.
that is brilliant.
It's a pretty good
That is
idea.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh my God. That reminds me.
Hey, your
too.
brother joined.
Hey,
Oh,
brother.
yeah, hey,
Which
Kevin.
one?
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Last time I saw your brother was at Kong Skull Island.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ran into him there.
Oh, he didn't tell me that.
Speaking
Oh,
of-
he did. He said, I saw that big friggin' loser that,
Yeah.
Speaking of like when you mentioned like college, like going to a college, like, you ever? I mean, you could vouch because you went to school and stuff. I never did, but like I used to love visiting like people at school because there was always like a dope food truck nearby.
Yeah.
And I
Get
don't
some
know.
fat sandwiches.
Food truck in TC. There wasn't a food truck, but there was a place that did strictly fat sandwiches, and
awesome.
they used to like open up at like noon or something, and then they're like, all right, we're really only getting orders at like from 10 until like 4 a.m.
So
So they changed their hours to that, and they had like just like 12 different varieties of like just fat sandwiches.
Did you try all of them?
I think I tried like 3 different kinds. They had a similar they had like a fat bitch style thing, and that was really good.
I know that's like your go-to with Pizza Express.
I've been eating very healthy lately.
Good
I
for
can
you,
I can
man.
admit I've
I've
actually
been trying to.
I've shed 10 pounds.
Good for you, man.
You know, so I've been going to the gym, but you know, today's Sunday's been my cheat day, and
Are they?
I'm like contemplating of what I'm going to do today. So it's either going to be a fat bitch from Pizza Express. I might do Sonic since I'm going to Poeta later.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know, man. So
That does. Options are endless.
yeah.
Like, you know what's funny? Like, do you remember like going like on Route 9 before Sonic was even there, and like you had the option of going to like White Castle or Checkers? What was like your go-to for there? Seeing how we're talking about food now, like if you had the choice to go to White Castle or Checkers,
White Castle.
Yeah.
Well, see,
Yeah.
the thing is, on 37, they share a
The
park,
same-
or they're like
they're right next.
they're
to
right
each
next
other.
to each
Yeah.
other. So I would get White Castle burgers and then Checkers fries.
Checkers
I
fries.
did the same thing. I would
And-
work
and-
at Chili's
and
and
like
after my
a
shift, I'd
milkshake
go-
from Checkers too.
Yeah.
Oh, milkshake from Checkers are dope. Yeah, they make good milkshakes.
That's so, dude. I would close Chili's, the bar, and then we would go, and I would get White Castle burgers and Checkers fries.
That's why you guys have a show together.
I never knew you did that.
That's interesting. That is.
That's what we
clever.
should have talked about in our interview,
Yeah.
like how the chemistry started, because we do that.
That's fantastic, man. Because like that is brilliant though. Their burgers are good at White Castle. I'll give it that. But if I had to go like overall menu, I would rather go to Checkers just because they have more
I
better
think
options.
Well,
in my
overall,
opinion.
I like White Castle more. It's just,
Really?
I have this
Do you
special.
like the chicken wings?
Yeah, I honestly,
Those are
there's
good. Those are good.
even their fish sandwich. I'll
Ew,
download.
really?
Oh,
Dude,
dude, of
dude.
all the places.
You're definitely that guy that goes to Long John Silver's and like you're like.
Oh no, I don't like Long John
you-
Silver's.
You put in like
You're
the,
right, Ant. You're right.
the napkin in there and you're just like you're ready to go at Long John Silver's for sure. For sure.
Why would you ever eat at Long John Silver's? That's
I don't know. Ask
disgusting.
Stantino. I know he likes it.
Oh, dude. Well, you can't trust Antino because back in OCC, when we would like between our breaks, we would sit in the
OCC stands
the
for Ocean
cafeteria,
County College.
and he would always get like every day, knowing that it was going to make him throw up in 10 seconds, would get this like stuffed chicken parm bread, and within like 10 minutes of him eating it, he would always go puke, and so he would just waste like $5 or $6, however much it was. He goes,
It's
and
like
we
the
told him
dumbest
that,
thing ever.
and he just kept doing it.
The dumbest thing, but like, there's one person I can see doing that. It's him. He's just like, well, this is like, it's gonna make me throw up, but I'm gonna still eat it though.
Or we would go to Pathmark and he'd get Pathmark sushi. He'd
I
eat
remember
2
that,
rolls and
dude.
goes, "Oh, this
That
is
was
fucking
disgusting.
terrible," and just throw the rest on the ground. He did it all the
I
time.
remember him doing that. That was filthy. Were you part of the Pathmark fam, or no? Who was that? Was
Nah.
no, that was him and Chris Gundell and Tom Cotter. They all worked
Yeah.
there. I remember that.
Job's worked there too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fired because he was supposed to be doing carts and he would watch sports games in his car.
Jesus, it's fantastic.
Oh my god.
And he got caught.
No, but that's interesting. So, I could never. What's like the grossest concoction of like you know how like
I'm
you
not
like-
a picky eater, so
I'm- no,
you
no,
gotta
no,
think of
I'm-
something gross.
No, I'm saying like, have you ever put something on like food and someone like, really, like you do that? And I'm just like, yeah, I do that. I get it all the time because like I put hot sauce on like everything.
Dude, hot sauce
There's
on eggs.
nothing wrong with
I put hot
putting
sauce on.
things.
I put hot sauce on eggs. Yeah.
Hot sauce on eggs is,
I
is
put it on
a
everything. though. I
beautiful
put-
thing.
Put it
hot
on
sauce
huevos
rice,
rancheros,
put
man.
hot sauce
Yeah.
on like noodles. I put hot sauce on everything.
Hot sauce on mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
that's a game changer right there.
Because I put
Yeah,
because
think that
because ketchup and eggs go good together
of
too.
course they do. Yeah.
But like I get, like you know if you're not trying,
Ketchup and mashed potatoes though.
yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that. That's about. But
When I was a
don't
kid,
know.
I used to not like ketchup as a kid, but I love it now. I used to watch my brother and my dad like mix their ketchup with their mashed potatoes, so it was just like one like thick paste. And like
You know what? You know, do you remember like in high school or like just school in general where you would get like the chicken nugget day and then they would come like the mashed potato and the roll and then you'd make that sandwich with the barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce and mashed potatoes. Not that bad.
No.
Not that bad at all. And I mean,
Becca goes ketchup on steak, and said right to Anthony because yesterday we were talking about like putting ketchup on steak and like what we put on steak or
I
whatever.
guarantee Anthony, knowing Anthony, he goes, "Why would you ever do that?" Is that what he said?
Yeah, it's gross, and I agree with him. You don't put ketchup on steak unless that steak is like a pile of garbage.
All right, put it on steak or like dip it.
So, all right, dip your ketchup.
In general,
have ketchup with your steak. Like combine those two.
I mean, I see where you're coming
Gross.
from, Becca.
Gross.
Okay,
I see where
so
you're coming
I'm
from.
gonna put this down here.
And Cass said he can drink milk with every meal, and he remembers somebody thinking that was gross.
I don't think
that's
that's
not
gross.
that bad. That's not gross.
The only thing I really
not
probably
that
couldn't drink
gross.
milk with is like buttered noodles. I don't think I can drink milk with buttered noodles, but everything else I
Very
can drink milk with.
specific,
But here's the thing about steak. I want to put down is I don't usually send back my meal at restaurants because
Yeah.
I don't want like someone rubbing their balls on my food. So I'll like kind of just
You
suck
would
it
know
up.
of all people, man.
Yeah.
You worked in that industry, not me.
He was the one rubbing. His
No, I
ball
never
on.
did. I
Like,
never
Connor,
did.
come back here for a second.
Even
He's
when
like,
someone
I got
deserved it, I never did. And
you. Oh man.
whatchamacallit, it's the only like I would only ever send my meal back if they like sent me the wrong meal. Like, but like if they,
Makes
if,
sense.
I usually get my steak rare. Like I like it mooing. You know that thing. You know it better. I want blood squirting out of it when I cut it. Like I like a rare steak. Shut up. But like if it comes to me like well done or medium well, it's there's all the flavor is sucked out of it. So I'm gonna put
That's
some
true.
ketchup on it.
Yeah. You know
Becca
what's
usually
funny?
gets her steaks well done.
You have to
I'm
say
a medium
rare.
guy,
I see.
but some places they make it like their medium is like still pretty rare. So I'll go medium well.
It depends on the place because
But,
everyone has these
yeah.
guidelines and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, I never mess with medium with steak because I know they're gonna burn it, and I'm like, nope.
I've never had that problem.
I
with a
always go.
medium
I
steak.
do medium rare, but that's like, and that's what most
Rare
people,
baby, rare.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I like
get
when
it,
it's like
man.
purple. When it's like that
Oh,
purple
excuse me,
line.
Beck, medium well. You have gotten it well done before though.
Well,
Yeah, no,
Medium
I,
well is just like
I like
it-
some pink in there. I don't want it bloody and disgusting like
saying you like your
rare
steak medium
chicken.
well is like lying to your friend saying you went to the club last night and you never got in. All right.
Wow, Beck. Those are fighting words. Now she's gonna
Now
start
she's-
hating.
Now
you.
she'll just be pissed at me again.
oh, that's
And
really
Cass
good,
Cass
man.
is with you on that rare train.
I mean, I'll join you on that rare. Like, but it depends. Like,
That's a good point. He says always better to have it come out undercooked so you can have it cook it more like when you want to send it back.
not terrible.
But he's all about that medium rare though.
I'm with you there, Delia. One thing-
Becca, you should come fight Connor. Just walk the 2 houses down and fight Connor.
Yeah, that's true. You could. I would love to see it. Just her like come down and just like deck him and leave.
Becca would beat me up.
And we could live stream her kicking your ass.
Yeah.
That would
And
be-
put it on World
that-
Star.
Put it on World Star.
Sorry.
And,
You guys were
and
telling me
that's
that
how
you
we'll
were-
get the
you
views.
were you guys like? Weren't you guys like on a World Star binge before I came?
Yeah, because we did an interview with Podmosphere like at like 1:00, and then when we finished, we were
We were supposed to think of ideas, but we ended up
for
just
a
watching
rare
World
stream,
Star.
live stream, and then like when we were waiting for you to come, we just watched a ton of World Star videos.
That's amazing.
And played Mario Kart.
Yeah, I played Mario
Fantastic.
Kart.
For Switch.
Yeah, for Nintendo Switch.
You love it?
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things.
It's amazing.
Connor, you should lick the cartridge for the live stream.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah,
I will.
Do
lick it. Lick it.
All right.
Lick it.
So this
Lick
is a cartridge of Mario Kart 8. For those of you that don't know, when Nintendo produces these cartridges, they are quite tiny. So animals and small children may think it's a tasty chip that they can eat, but it's not. So they put this special coating on each cartridge to make it taste absolutely terrible.
Do it.
So that way it's unpalatable and you cannot eat it.
Do it.
So here on the Awesome Sunday Show live stream, I will taste the cartridge for you.
I want to know. I'm so glad I'm here. Ew.
And make sure somebody take a nice screen cap of this.
Ew. Two licks. That's disgusting. What it tastes like?
It's like a mixture of like Clorox and fucking sock cleaner. I don't know.
Just for the record,
Listen,
this is
this
Connor's
what-
last
this what-
episode
it
because
tastes-
he's not gonna make it. That's-
Connor, we might have to call poison control for him, but you know this is what you do for the live.
for the fans, yeah. You have to do it for the fans. That's disgusting.
You know how Becca's really gonna fight you? She's just gonna like put a bunch of like that chemical in your drink one time.
Ew.
I don't think it's toxic. At least I hope not.
You know, it's. I mean, that's disgusting. But hey, good for you, man. Good for you.
Proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too. He's checking to see if the game still works.
No, it still works.
All right,
See,
cool.
software works.
Yeah, no, it's
Ooh.
like yeah,
It's like one of those
it'll
things.
not break from that.
I don't know, man. I'm outdated when it comes to video game systems.
Yeah, you also never beat Pokemon.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah. So
Well,
Guys,
well,
comment
I mean-
how messed up it is that Justin has never beaten Pokemon.
Sue me.
Cass goes, you can't play that game anymore. It has Connor AIDS.
yeah, Justin's never beaten any Pokemon game.
Never beaten it.
And you teach children who probably have beaten more Pokemon games
That's probably true.
than you.
And Justin probably doesn't tell them that he's never beaten a Pokemon game. He's like, yeah, I've been there since the beginning. I've liked that band since they first came out.
Yeah.
None of them, Anthony. None of them.
Not a single one. Not even Pokemon Yellow. Just
Such
saying.
like yeah, right? And, like it's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm a
It brings
horrible
down
person.
the quality of everybody's friendship with you. No offense, but I mean, come on, dude. It's Pokemon.
We can't all be great. Can't all be perfect. But hey, whatever, man.
Now people are sending mad faces because
who's
and
sending a
sad
mad-
faces because you'd never beat Pokemon.
Who? Who's making
Several people,
Jeez.
like 500 million people.
Cass,
Dude.
wow, that's even more fucked.
Cass said he still loves you though.
I like
At least
you,
one
too.
person does.
I like you, Cass. Thank
I
you.
still have a huge appetite even after licking that cartridge, and the flavor is still in my mouth. So I really need something good to offset this terrible fucking sensation on my
I wonder
tongue.
if anybody has any suggestions.
All right. Well, Anthony brought up since we're talking about Pokemon, he said Gen 1, 2, and 3, and he played Gen 1 through 3, and then didn't play again until Sun and Moon. This is for you guys, watching it, and for Connor, you and I. What was your favorite version? Your favorite Pokemon version?
So it's actually a tie for me. Mine is the Sun generation, which is I guess the 7th generation, and Gen 2. I think
So Sun and Moon and Gen 2?
Yeah, so it's Gold and Silver and Sun and Moon. I think are equally as good because I think they're both revolutionary for the times that they came out. Gen 2 is revolutionary because it really took Pokemon to another level. It brought 100 new Pokemon. It added 8 more badges. It essentially took.
Well, it brought you back to Kanto. Yeah,
Yeah.
8 more badges, a new Elite. Well, no, it was the same Elite Four. But
It was obviously very familiar, but they expanded on that greatly. So they just gave you more what you loved. Whereas Sun and Moon
and the
gave you something-
Legendaries were sick.
And the legendaries were great. And Sun and Moon just really revamped everything and changed everything, where there's no gyms. And so I think they're both equally as good for different reasons.
Right. Anthony agrees. Gen 2 is GOAT, but he says Gen 3 is super underrated. And for the most part, it is. They did a lot of really good things with Gen 3. But I think one reason that people are disappointed with it is because they thought, like Gen 2, you can go back to Kanto and get 8 more badges. And I had the same idea at the time. I was like, oh, you can go back to Johto and Kanto and get like 16 more badges on top of the 8 there. But Gen 3 actually introduced some of my favorite Pokemon, out of.
I think the Pokemon were good. I just didn't like the map. I thought it was annoying. They had to surf everywhere. The landscape could have been better.
And there were some with the extra tall grass that was kind of a
Yeah.
pain. You couldn't really go through that well.
It was kind of just it's definitely not bad. Gen 3. I
really like their gym leaders.
Yeah. I think Gen 4. I like Gen 4 more than Gen 3. Diamond and Pearl.
I skipped that one.
Diamond and Pearl are great. Black and White and Black and White 2 were good too.
I didn't really like Black that much. It was all right, but it was just not for me.
The only one I don't think I ever really played was X and Y. I didn't
Didn't play those either.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither did I.
Well, you suck, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Agumon.
And Cash said, shout out to people still playing Pokemon Go. Bill Pivots, actually, and Conway's girlfriend, Carly, still play Pokemon Go, yeah.
Goodness.
Well, they introduced the Generation 2 Pokemon, or not all of them, but a bunch into Pokemon Go, and apparently they fixed a lot of the problems that got people, to stop playing.
I know when it came out, I was like, I hopped on that train too, just because why not?
Yeah.
And when I first got my first like data bill from after it started, and I feel like most people can like agree. They were like, "Oh my God, I'm not buying this anymore," just because it literally spiked the data bill like crazy.
I remember that happened to Joe really like in the middle of us like going out one night. He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, my dad is gone. Can't play anymore."
Yeah, it was hysterical. And then like it was funny because like when the bill came in, my dad has like stock invested in Nintendo, and he was like, he's like, you went over, and he goes, but I guess I can't be mad at you because like Nintendo stock's doing great. I was
I
like,
wish I had bought Nintendo stock before Pokemon Go because it
yeah,
shot
man,
up like a
Especially
huge.
now, dude, it's insane. Like a year ago with the whole like Wii U debacle, everyone
Yeah.
was like, dude, like Nintendo's on its way out, blah blah blah.
Yeah, right.
Pokemon Go, Switch selling insane. NES Classics going
it's never
crazy.
gonna die, man.
Yeah, now the 2DS XL, like they're gonna make it hand over dollar again.
Yeah, they're never gonna die out
Yeah.
because they're coming up with crazy ideas. They're never gonna stop, and I respect that.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys want to end it off here or?
Yeah, that's fine.
If you want to.
Whatever.
I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn hungry
He's about to
too.
go get that pizza.
Yeah, my mom made chili. I'm about to.
Oh,
Yeah.
chili is good.
She just texted me.
You should be like chili on top of pizza. Think about that.
You know what I would? You know what actually I would do? I would rather because chili's very messy. I would put chili inside a stromboli.
Yo, not
We're on
bad.
top of nachos.
Yeah.
Always on top of nachos. Always on top of nachos. Yeah, you got me hungry too. I'm gonna get food.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to our live stream. This was fun. Very
Thanks for
random.
yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for you
Yes.
guys for commenting and contributing to the conversation.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you, Justin, for coming on.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And,
Sorry, I never played Pokemon, guys. Never will. No. Just like I'm as bad as Chris because Chris never watched Seinfeld.
And
but
never will. How dare he? Says it looks like garbage. This is disgraceful.
That's just not cool. But yeah,
All right, guys.
thank you.
That'll wrap it up. Take it easy.
Peace.